For me, given it's cold, I'm tired, and I didn't want to be out here, but we did it. And I can't help but smile even though my legs hurt. Welcome back, guys. I appreciate you being here. So jumping right in, this week's training was significantly better than weeks past. I don't know if that is just me slowly starting to get into the groove of running and being more active. I don't know if that is some weird Stockholm syndrome effect of being like, oh yeah, if I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna enjoy it. Maybe a little bit of both. Either way, the total miles for this week was about 7.5. I think maybe just shy of 7.5 miles running. It obviously is a little lower than last week. Last week had a lot more walking. This week the weather was kind of crappy, so instead of walking, I did a lot more like resistance band mobility training. Just realized over the past couple weeks that my hips and ankle and knees just need a little bit more work, and so whether it was the Facebook Reels, I think is what they're called, or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, but just a lot of things that were like, hey, if this pain is happening when you're running, try this. And well, I have nothing better to do, so I started trying it, and here we are. It actually is making a difference. At least I think it is. I also have been breaking in the new shoes, which were just a huge lifesaver. Running in beat up old tennis shoes kind of sucks. So the new shoes are for sure helping, I think. Going into the runs for this week, the first run on Tuesday was not the greatest. I think during the run, there was just a lot of wind and crappy weather. It was definitely one of those evenings where I'm like, I don't want to get out here and run. I don't want to. It was like 60-mile-per-hour winds in the morning. It died down before the run, but it just sucked. I felt like I was going to die, and like my legs were hurting, my hips were hurting. It was just not an enjoyable experience. Definitely was one where I'm like, why am I doing this? That being said, I think the final distance was about 2 miles. Again, my pace was crap. I felt like crap. Drank a ton of water afterwards just to try to, rehydrate. And I was like, maybe I'm just dehydrated. Either way, we got through it. We did it. The run on Thursday was actually a lot better. Overall, I'm actually pretty proud of myself. Not often I say something like that about myself. Oh, I'm out of breath. My heart rate's around like 180 because I pushed for that last little interval, so I'm trying to get it down still. But we kept all the intervals today. It was 5-minute runs with a 2-minute walk / recover between them, 4 sets. And I kept all the intervals at or below 12 minutes or 12:30, which was not easy for me given it's cold, I'm tired, and I didn't want to be out here, but we did it. And I can't help but smile even though my legs hurt. That one felt a lot better, significantly better than Tuesday. The pain in the calf and the ankles weren't nearly as bad, and it definitely felt a lot more manageable. That one, conversational pace wise, I was about a 12-minute pace during the running parts. During the walking, I don't know if it was the cold air or what it was, but I was, like I said, freezing, and I definitely enjoyed the minute, 2-minute breaks. But we got through that one, and it felt really good, and that gave me so much confidence going into Saturday's run. So Saturday's weather was so crappy. Like, it was raining, it was windy, it was cold. I actually went and played golf in the morning. After we went and played a full round of golf, I was looking at it, and I'm like, if I don't get this run in now, I'm not going to do it, and I need to get a run in. Which is, again, such a weird thing to be saying, at least for me to be saying. So I got home, did a Superman change, put on my running shoes, and went out and did the run. Total distance was about 2.5 miles. We're pushing distance. We're getting more comfortable running more than just a mile. The warm-up run, typically it's a like warm-up walk, but this one was actually, I was like, I'm feeling really good, and it's rainy and cold, so I'm gonna do a warm-up jog instead. Typically that's the one where when I look at my final time, it's like, oh, your final pace was an 18-minute mile, and it's like, well, no, not really, but it's because I walked at the beginning and then I ran, and the average of everything with all the walking before and after was 18 minutes. So This one was a warm-up jog and then running. And I think the pace for most of the intervals, which they were really short, it was 4-minute intervals, 5 sets of 4-minute intervals with only like a 45-second rest, which really was just to drop it down to a jog. And I kept the pace really consistent under 12 minutes, which felt really good. By the end, I was definitely ready to quit. And by, mile 2, I was like, all right, how much more do I have? And I realized I was not close to being done, which was a disappointment, especially when it started raining again. I was like, it is raining. I am out here running. This sucks. Pace was under 12 minutes. We got a good distance. We're getting closer to that 5K mark. I'm feeling really good about the pace right now. I know it's not gonna, put my name in any record books, but as far as getting ready for, my milestone of 5K, I'm feeling good about where my pace is in comparison to where my distance is also. That brings me into the 5K. So I was looking at doing one. There was a zoo near me that was like, oh, we're gonna do like a 5K fun run. You pay for the 5K, you get a cool shirt, you run, and then you and friends, family, whoever comes out, get to go to the zoo. And I was like, that sounds so much fun. I will sign up for it, come the weekend. It filled up. So my heart was broken. I was like, I guess I'll have to go to the zoo another day and not get the chance to run and then go to the zoo, which, that was a bummy thing. So I was looking for 5Ks, and I was looking for, another one that was equally as fun. Because if I'm going to have to go pay for merch and entry and all that, I was like, I want to at least like have fun. Like, it better be a zoo or like some crazy fun event. Like, I don't want to go run a 5K, which isn't, relatively speaking, that far, but I don't want to go run and not have fun doing it. And I couldn't find any, at least not any that were around the same date that I wanted to do my 5K, so I could start pushing towards a 10K. Which then my parents were like, well, we could just run a 5K here and like do, a family 5K run, which was super sweet. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? That would actually be really fun. My first like group run being with my dad and my brother, who are significantly more in shape cardio wise and strength wise. I was like, that would actually be really fun. So we're gonna do a Hernandez 5K, which is start of April. I'm still gonna train as if it's a normal 5K. Who knows? Maybe I'll even like make shirts, our own little merch. But either way, it's super ridiculous. It's super silly, but it was really sweet of my family to, I guess, support like that and, see something I'm working towards and be like, hey, how can we help you out? How can we support you in this? And also, get involved. Overall, just a really, really sweet time. So that's the milestone. It's going to be probably the first weekend in April. I'm really excited for it. The week has been really good. A lot of forward progress and a lot of confidence has been made this week. This upcoming week, it's just a lot more of managing pace and trying to get that pace down while also maintaining the, consistent running. I think the mileage will be down this upcoming week, but the pace will hopefully be faster while we start to bridge that. Anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's how this week went. And yeah, if you want to run the 5K with me, let me know and I will get you details. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.